Gas stoves could soon get 86th from kitchens across the country going forward. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commissioner is considering a ban on the appliances for new builds. It says those appliances can be a source of indoor pollution, sometimes linked to childhood asthma.
But also the gas, no gas lines in new construction. Is that about fossil fuels or is it about... Sorry, I'm getting in trouble.
No, that's short answer. It's about climate change because methane is 80 times more powerful than CO2 when it comes to heating up the planet. So big time, but in small spaces, it's personal health.
Or is it about... Sorry, I'm getting in trouble.
What?
What's wrong with you people?
Oh man, I wish she would have kept going. Or is it what? Control, power, forcing everyone to rely on energy that our grids already can't handle, giving government the ability to shut those grids down so we're all stuck at home at any given time. Is that what you're getting in trouble for exposing? Is that why you couldn't continue on with your sentence because you were unveiling the true motives behind all of this gas stove nonsense? And I'll even play the hypothetical game for a second. Let's say they were successful in banning all gas stoves and all gas appliances. What positive impact would that have on climate change? Spoiler alert, zero, because 40% of the electricity in our country, the United States of America, is generated in power plants that run on natural gas. So in those plants and in those areas, if you ban natural gas, the stuff that people use for heating and cooking their homes, if you get them to convert to renewable energy, you're actually going to end up wasting more gas and using more gas and energy to make that happen. How? Because renewable energy, that process, you have to exert natural energy to make that happen, to bring it into fruition. So you end up kind of just running in circles and creating even more of a climate problem if you try to get people to convert. And then to add insult to injury, if other major developing countries like China and India, if they still realize the importance of fossil fuels and the impacts it has on the economy, and they're not going to switch to renewable energy, then why would we? Why would we be rolling around in battery-powered vehicles and solar power in our homes until the sun goes down, then all that goes out the window? We shouldn't, because that would dramatically and degradingly destroy our economy even further and continue to wreck the middle class. Has anyone thought about how without gas, how many people heat their homes? How would they go about that? And how they rely on gas to cook meals for their family and fossil fuels, aka gas, to fuel your car, get to and from work, to the grocery store, to travel, all the luxuries and things that we're afforded here in America, the things that you like to do. So I guess no more cookouts. I guess we're banning cookouts, banning grilling out, banning anything like that. If this goes through, if you're going to be consistent with it, I probably can't even fart anymore because that's emitting some sort of gas that you don't approve of, that's toxic, that, cow farts and all that stuff is melting away this earth. So I guess we might as well just all stay in the house and die, because that's what it's going to amount to if we get rid of these fossil fuels. In my personal opinion, these people are evil to the core, and they wouldn't care in the slightest bit if 3/4 of the population, if not the entire population, everybody except themselves, was wiped clean off the face of the earth. Because anybody who wants to pass this doesn't think about anybody but themselves and doesn't think about how financially detrimental this would be to families that use gas every single day. Like, what do y'all think? All of a sudden, studies are showing that asthma is an aftermath of gas stoves. I don't think so. But what about things like cigarettes and vapes that would seem, common sense would tell you that those are a lot more detrimental and would cause more asthma aftermath and more asthma deteriorating effects in the lungs than a gas stove? How come all of a sudden, after having them for years, gas stoves are now causing asthma in children? What about the adults? My wife has chronic asthma, and so does my father-in-law, and we both have electric stoves, but we still have tons of medications that are required for them to cope on the day-to-day. So what effect does a gas stove have on just children that it wouldn't have on adults? It's BS, in my opinion. Common sense would tell you that this way of thinking is farce, it's BS, and unfortunately, it's going to be ran right over the head of a lot of folks because they won't do any research. They won't take a step back and logically think about it. They don't have the ability to. They just go off what they're fed again, and that's why I make videos like this. That's why I put it out in front of the public and use the platform that I've been blessed with, because this is dangerous. People don't really realize the consequences and the aftermath that this could have if this goes through. And your boy Al Gore supports it. So basically 99.9% of the time when he gets behind something, it's full of crap. He said for decades that using fossil fuels, if we keep doing that time and time again, we're not going to be here any longer. That's been going on for years and years, and we're still here. Guess what? Do the opposite of whatever that man says, and I think we'll be just fine. So just to close things out, I've learned two things. Anytime renewable energy or climate change comes up, say, no, thank you. I don't want to be a part of it, because when God is ready to bring those of us home who are saved, he's the only one who could toast it all up and wipe this earth clean. Just like Isaiah 41 verse 10 says, shameless plug, it says it right here on my shirt, made by my lovely wife on her Etsy store. You can get you one or a few or all different designs down below in the description section. But the verse says, fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. These people aren't God. Don't be misconstrued. Don't be misdirected and fooled and let them try to call some audible. Only God is in control. Only God has the ultimate say so on what happens in his kingdom. Whether you're saved or not, God determines our steps. You can make all these plans, men and women, but God will bring it all into fruition however he best sees fit. So before I get tongue tied, remember, God is in control, not people. And if you aren't saved, if you haven't turned to Jesus Christ for eternal peace and salvation and accepted him as Lord and Savior, what are you waiting for? Because it's going to get hot and toasty, and it's not because of climate change and gas stoves and not using renewable energy versus using fossil fuels. It's because you keep going your sin-filled, wicked ways. So I encourage you, if you want to make a real change, not climate change, you need to change your ways and start walking the righteous path. But outside of that, I'm going to wrap it up. I love y'all. I appreciate you tuning in today. Again, all my links are down below. If you're new and you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you can get notified anytime I post a video. Shout out to CNN for the beautiful entertainment and, getting close to unveiling the truth. But, they had to backpedal because they don't do real journalism and report on the facts. But I digress. Until next time, I love y'all. I'm praying for you and this crazy world we're living in. Godspeed. I'm gone.